2019, I got my technician ticket, and then the same year I upgraded to general. I tried to study for the next level, but now I'm too busy with the work, and I'm also trying to learn CW. So the other one is, let me say, on hold. I'm very fond of POTA, and this is why I will do this presentation and why I want to introduce this very nice part of the hobby, because it's what really pushed me to get on the air, to get outside. It's really fun, and I think that everybody can enjoy this part of the hobby. So the agenda of this presentation is this. So I will discuss a little bit about what POTA is. I will digress a little bit of what you do probably like in M radio, and if POTA has what it takes to be liked by you. I will explain you the difference between an activator and a hunter. And then I will concentrate everything on the hunter part of POTA for a series of reasons that I will tell you later. About this, I want, if you need, to ask me questions also during the presentation. I don't have a real Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions, feel free to jump in, to ask. I will reply to that immediately if I can, or if it's something that will be discussed later, I will just ask you to pause, and I will try to reply again later, because maybe there is a slide or something related to that. So, first of all, what is POTA? So, POTA means Parks on the Air, and it's something that was born very recently, because it was born in 2017 by a group of amateur radio, volunteers amateur radio, that they decided to do something pushed by the huge success that National Park on the Air, which was a special event by the RRL, special event that was done in 2016. So they wanted to keep this going in a certain way, because again, a huge success, a lot of people enjoyed that, so they decided, why not? Why limit that to this special event? Let's do it every day of the year. What is nice about POTA is that it combines many elements of amateur radio. So usually we're talking about the expedition, we're talking about field day, we're talking about also contesting. So POTA really takes something from each of them and combines in something that is very, very easy, is very fun, and what I really do like is that there are few rules. So it's not something overcomplicated. You have to, I don't know, study books or study pages of rules, because it's important that you follow the rules, otherwise your content will be invalidated. No, it's nothing like that. And especially if you will be a hunter, it's you will see it's very simple, and you don't know to do nothing crazy at all. With activations, there are a few rules to be followed, but again, it's not something too difficult, and in my opinion, it's not something that can prevent anybody to join this, let's call sport, because it's like a sport. So, first of all, what do you like in amateur radio? So I'm not an expert, because again, I got my ticket just a few years ago, and I bet that anybody of you have more experience than me. But I bet that you like, for example, to chase for the X. And this is something that you can do with POTA, because it was born like an American thing, so only parks within the US territories, but now is expanding also abroad. And I think that nowadays there are, I can't remember exactly the number of the entities, but most Europe, a lot of African countries something there is also in Asia. Japan is also on parks on the air. So you can also chase those entities like a regular DX, but also do POTA. And what I think is even more challenging is that you're chasing somebody who is out in the field in a park. So it's not somebody at home with a Yagi or a big amplifier. So it's even more challenging. I bet you like to contact new people. And this is something that with POTA you can do for sure. Because out there, there are a lot of hardcore activators. So people that maybe they are retired. I know somebody who lives in an RV, so he's moving from one park to the other park. So you will meet him on air very often. But there are also regular amateurs that maybe they do an activation once in a month. So you will have plenty of occasions to meet new people and contact them. What I do also like about amateur radio is discover new places. And this is, for me, a lot of fun with POTA, because when you contact, let's say, a regular operator, probably he's transmitting from his home, maybe it's in a big city, maybe in a small town. Yes, you can obviously get some info about the town, that city. But with POTA is even better, because you can, if you want, inform yourself about where this park is. Sometimes they're just natural parks, so like the one we have here in Connecticut, very close to Stanford. But sometimes there are historical places. So maybe there is a history behind that park. And I like to do that. So when I contact a park, usually I search for the park on the internet to understand why we have a park over there. And it's nice if you like history, if you like to explore, to understand where the park is. Then QSL card. Now with the internet is not like in the past, I bet. And with POTA it's not that common to receive QSL cards, but it happened. I remember when we did our POTA activation as a group, I remember that we received one SQL card. And to be honest, I like to receive this card and see who I contact, and it's fun. Then I think that all of us, when we do operate by radio, we like also to have some goals in mind. For example, I want to talk with the county in the United States, or I want to talk with each the X entities in the world. So POTA can be useful for that, because there are a lot of parks, there are a lot of statistics, there are a lot also of awards, and we will see that later. So you will have a goal. It's not just spinning the dial and talk with somebody randomly. And finally, also NCOM. NCOM obviously is more focused for an activator, but we will see in the next presentation. If you go to a park to activate, you will learn how to be portable, how to be prepared, and this is very, very similar to emergency communications. So if you like that, if you like prepping, if you like those kind of things, I think that POTA can be for you. The last one is rack chewing, is in italic, because I don't think that POTA, to be honest, it's okay for you. Sometimes, yes, you contact somebody in the park and you chit chat for him for a little while, but it's just the contact that matters. So it's not that common, and maybe you will talk for him for, I don't know, a couple of minutes, 5 minutes. You don't expect to have long reg chewing with a POTA operator. But again, I think that POTA can check most of the things that we all like in ham radio. Okay, so first of all, I already, let's say, spoiled something, but there is a big difference in POTA between the hunter and the activator. So the hunter is the one who is in his shack, maybe in an armchair with his big rig, big monitor, internet, his big microphone, and so on, and is the one chasing the activator. So the activator is the poor guy going outside under the snow, the rain, the scorching sun to activate the park. Obviously, we need both of them. So hunters need activators, otherwise there would be nothing to hunt, and vice versa. Activators need hunters, otherwise they will just talk with by themselves or with each other. It's far easier to be an hunter than to be an activator. This is the reason why I decided to do this first presentation on the hunter parts and leave the activator part for the next. Also because I hope that from this time to next month, you will maybe try POTA as a hunter, and maybe you will be more prone to test to do something as an activator. So again, the goal of the hunter is to find activators around the world, to talk with them. And the goal of the activator is to activate a park. And to activate the park, an activator needs at least 10 contacts. When he reaches the 10 contacts, he's golden. And okay, usually we go on forever, but after 10, it's done and it's over. Okay, so assuming that anybody wants to start as a hunter, what does a hunter need to start with this hobby? So first of all, we need an HRF radio, obviously with an antenna. I'm talking about a regular base station, no requirements about watts or licenses. I mean, the general licenses is more than enough. There are some activity. There is some activity also on VHF and UHF for POTA, but they're very limited because of the range, obviously, of VHF and UHF is limited. And one of the rules is that you cannot use repeaters. So you can imagine that maybe you will be able to talk with somebody activating the park next door, but forget about activating a park, I don't know, in Missouri, unless, propagations and strange things that can always happen. Other than that, you really don't need anything else. And this is what is good about POTA as a hunter. You don't need anything else. So if you want, you don't need pen and paper, because you are not you don't need to log your contacts. It's I think that the activators will do, and you don't need even internet, because if you want, you can just spin the dial, check the frequencies, and see who's online and who is calling for POTA. So really, I think that all of you can start doing POTA like tonight if they want. Again, requirements are really, really low. All modes are available for POTA. So the most, I think, of the activation are done by SSB, so voice, but there are also a lot of activations via CW or even digital. Digital, especially FT8 and FT4, there are really a lot. I think there is also something around, can't remember the name, the FTTV, the one transmitting images, but it's not that common. I know that somebody tried also like moon bouncing with the POTA, but again, it's not something that I know, it seems very exotic to me. But if you can talk, so if you can use SSB, you're good. So you are really good to go. Okay, so if you are a hunter and if you are at home, probably you have internet connection in your shack, and so I think it's good to take advantage of this. So POTA has a really nice website that can help you in hunting, and also is useful for activators. So the website is this one, is pota.app. Note that even if this app is not an application for a smartphone or for something else, it's just a regular website. So the goal now is for me to show you this website and show you how you can use it to do POTA. So let me stop the presentation here and move the browser. Okay. Shoot. Okay. So first of all, it's not mandatory to register to POTA, but it's highly recommended. Highly recommended also because, as we will see later, there are also statistics, there are awards. So my suggestion is activate an account for you with your, obviously, your cosign. So again, it's free, nothing is due. So it's really, 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 I really encourage you to do that. So here is the main menu. And what I want to concentrate with now is the spots page. So in this page, you can see all the activators out there. And this is real time because we are live. As you can see, there are quite a few of activations around. Okay. The best way to do, obviously, is to filter based on what you are doing. So usually, in my case, I do a lot of SSB hunting. I'm still learning CW, so I don't do that. FT8, yes, I can do also FT8 and I do sometimes, but SSB is what I use the most. So usually I filter by SSB. Usually I can filter also by band because usually I scan one band, then maybe I hope to another one, but let's say that based on the time of the day, it's best to do, I don't know, 20, 40 or whatever. So you can filter by band. You can also filter by program, and by program means the country that is activating POTA. I suggest you to leave on all because I mean it's super fun in my opinion. Try to contact somebody who is in a park, maybe in Puerto Rico, no, maybe in I don't know, in Cuba or in Europe. It's super fun. So let's give it a try. Other important things to filter by is the QRT. In this case, all QRT are shown, but I suggest you to hide so you will not try to contact somebody who is not on the air anymore. And finally, what for me is super useful is this. By default, it's sorted by time, which I don't think it's a great idea. I prefer to filter by frequency because usually what I do this, obviously, I don't know, let's start with 20 meters. Okay. I start with a lower frequency. I try to contact the first. If I can't hear him, I move next, next, and next, and next. So I think that filter and sort by frequency is what is best for us. So these, as I said, are all activations that are going on right now. And as I said before, it's nice because here you can see which is the park that has been activated. And if you click on the link, you can have more information about the park. This is what I really like, because from here, you can have a map and tell exactly what the park is. So you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can obviously Google and see what the park is about. In my opinion, is super fun. And also, since we are here, you can see how many parks there are in the United States. I can't remember the exact number, but there are really, really, really a lot. Let me go back here. Okay. So if we look at this activation, we can tell that this is the call sign of the guy activating the park. This is the park number. All the US parks start with the K dash in the number. We can tell where it's located. So in this case, is in Arizona. And last time was heard 9 minutes ago from another guy. Okay, in this case, near Atlanta. So we have really a lot of information about this. it's important if you can talk, if you can communicate with this guy, this activator, to respot it. So respot it means that you are saying to everybody, hey, I'm KD2SGR. Today I'm in Connecticut and I was able to contact this guy right now, and my signal report was, I don't know, 599, like in this case. So looking at this table, and looking at these signal reports, you can have also an idea on what is going on. Another cool feature, and I have to thanks Terry for this, is that you can arrange this in a tabular, in a tabular way. That is this one, which is obviously compact, more compact than the other one. And if you like to do one contact after the other, this is the best because it's just the basic information that you need all in a single page. Finally, about this, there is also this button, which can be used to understand when somebody is planning to activate a park. So again, this is a matter of trying to get that particular park, try to get that particular state, particular county, or whatever. So, for example, if you need to contact, Japan, you want to contact that, you will see that in this date at this time, an activator will activate a park in Japan. So you can be ready and maybe use the computer, stay at the computer, stay at the radio at that date at that time, and try to get that guy. So this is very, very nice for an activator. And keep also in mind that since it is a worldwide thing, so also at night you can have POTA contacts because, parks are closed at night here in the US, but maybe it will be morning in Europe or still day in Asia. So you can do POTA also at night after dinner. And finally, if you do register to the website, you will have also a lot of pages with statistics, awards, and so on. I just want to show it very quickly. This is my case. I'm not a great activator and I'm not a great hunter because I'm limited, but I enjoy the sport, but I'm not one of the best for sure. But here it's very fun because you can see how many bands you activated, how many parks in how many countries. From here also the awards, how many parks I activated, how many I've hunted, late shift, and so on. So this website contains a lot of information that I really suggest you to take a look at. Okay, so back to the presentation. Okay. So about statistics and about awards. There are a lot of awards that you can get. Obviously, it's not a competition, but I mean, it's always fun to be rewarded for something you do. I really like it. This is some of the award that you can get. For example, now there is one for Dix Hunter. So after you submit proof of contacts with 5DX entity, you can gain this award. Then there are awards based on how many parks you contact. So the first, I think, is like 10, then it's 20, then 50, and it goes on. This is my last one is 300. I'm trying now to get the next one, which will be 400. So it's always fun. And another one that I'm struggling to get it is this. So you have to contact all the states in US. It seems easy, but it may not, because as you can imagine, have a contact with Hawaii is not that easy, and also Alaska is not that easy. At least if you, like me, you have a QRP radio and you don't spend that much time with that. There are obviously also statistics for hunters. We will see it next time. That is even obviously more difficult to achieve because that means that you have to go to a park. So there is, for example, one for activated all the United States parks, sorry, one park in every state of the United States. And I know that the first one was awarded 2 months ago. So for the first time after 4 years, somebody activated at least one park in every United States state, which I mean, well, it's something. Okay, so I know that for contesting, there are specific protocols on how you can contact and get awarded for this. For POTA, it's super easy. Here, I made an example of a POTA QSO. This is just the basics. Obviously, there are operators that say things different, but what matters is like every other contact is that you exchange your call sign and your signal report. Everything else is up to you and to the activator. So in this case, usually the activator start calling CQ saying that this is a POTA activation, so CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ parks on the air or whatever. And usually they also tell the park they are within, so the name of the park and the code of the park. So for United States, again, K dash and the number. Usually you reply with your call sign, so you just throw there on the air your call sign like every other QSO. You will reply, obviously, with the signal report, and maybe you will reiterate the park he's in. And then that's it. Usually, every POTA activators wants to hear at least which state are you in, because it's fun to know that you just made a contact with, I don't know, Missouri or Alaska or whatever. So it's not mandatory, but it's always nice to say that. And that's it. Then thanks QRZ to communicate that the activator is ready to move to the next contact, and that's it. Some activators obviously are more prone to add things, somebody else, they are very quick, like it was a contest, so maybe just okay, 73 and signal report, and that's it, move to the next. It really depends. Also, sometimes we have a pile up, so maybe we are I don't know, 10 hunters trying to reach the activators, and so activators will keep it short. Sometimes nobody hunts a single activator, and he likes maybe to chit chat a little bit. But again, there is nothing crazy to learn. It's just a simple QSO, ask for the signal report, and that's it. Okay, if I manage to do this, I want to try to do something live. So I'm going to use this SD radio station, which is located in Pennsylvania, and I will try to not make a contact because it's just a receiving station, but at least I want to let you hear some POTA traffic that for sure is going on. So let me open this SDR. Okay. 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 Can you all hear the audio, I think? Now it's just rumors, but okay, so let's go back here and go back to the spot page. Okay, we are in SSB mode. Okay, but let me move to the table view. Okay. Okay, SSB, this is not SSB. Okay, we can try, for example, this. This is Canada, Quebec, I think. So 14220. So 14420, and this will be USB. Sorry, let me mute this. Okay, I think this is the no, I don't see anything. No, let's try with another one and see if we are luckier.
You had the wrong frequency. It's 14220.
Oh, thank you. 14. Okay, no, still nothing, I think.
Do you have the sound on?
Yeah, can you hear the noise or not?
No, I don't hear it.
So I need to change the audio settings.
That might be too close for us for that Pennsylvania DSR on 20 meters.
He's asking if we hear him now.
No.
All right, I'm
Hi,
communicating.
guys. Oh, I think something happened with my audio. You lost me.
Yeah, we lost you like 2 slides ago.
Okay, when I was trying to activate the SDR radio.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry for that. I was trying to mess up with the audio to connect the radio. Let me maybe try again.
That's okay. You can
Oh, we
try
got it. We got it.
Okay, yeah, the SDR radio. Sorry if it didn't work. Was just to give you an example of the POTA QSO and so on. But yes, you can go for sure. You can use your radio and try by yourself. The slide on the log was just to tell you that you are not required to log anything because it's the activator who is in charge of logging. But if you want, there is this cute application that I love it. It's for iOS, for Android, for PC, and also for Mac. So it's for everybody. And that's it. I was saying also that I would like maybe to set up like a monthly activation, but it's something that we will discuss maybe in the next meetings, and we will play by ear.
If you want to get Alaska, go drive up to Washington State.
Yeah, yeah. No, when I travel very often to California, so when I go there, I take my radio with me, and I hope to maybe get in contact with Hawaii or Alaska, but yeah, it's hard. Okay, guys, if you have any questions for me, feel free to shoot.
Question.
Yeah.
So, hi, Gaetano, this is Dan.
Nice to meet
So, so let me understand this. So if I hear a park on the air calling CQ,
Yeah.
I could respond to them, give them their signal report,
Yeah.
and I don't have to write down the park number. I can put it in my log if I want to. And that's
correct.
So that's my only obligation.
That's correct, because the activator at the end of the activation must submit the logs, and he will submit the log between you and him, but it's just the activator who has to upload the logs.
Okay, where does he upload that? To that website that you showed us?
Yeah, to the website. And,
right, but you don't have to show me. So do I have to be on that website? Do I have to put myself on there, or I don't?
No, you don't, but obviously you will get credit just if you are registered.
Right, but if I don't, I'm not a contester and I don't do that kind of stuff. So when I hear parks on the air, it's okay for me to respond to them.
Absolutely.
And just say hello and give them a contact. They'll log it.
Exactly, because for the activator, every contact counts. So it will be happy to log you even if you are not an official hunter.
I see. So another question for you.
Yeah.
If I'm not part of Parks on the Air, and let's say like in Greenwich, we have Todd's Point, the beach.
Okay.
What if I went?
State park.
What's that?
Not a state park.
Oh, it's not a state park, it's a town park.
Correct.
Yeah, not all the
okay.
parks are within POTA. On the website, there is a map and a list of all the parks, so you
Oh.
can tell if that park is a part of POTA or not.
Yeah, but not every park is part of POTA unless somebody applies for it. Am I right?
Correct, correct. And I know that as of today, they're not accepting any other parks because there are plenty. But in
Okay.
the future, maybe they will open again.
Okay. All right. I get it. I get it. Thank you.
No
Yeah,
problem.
it's state and national parks.
That was Terry, WA one.
It's
who
state
has
and national
activated
parks.
recently.
Yeah, well, I've been doing it for probably over a year. And I have, just for giggles, I've reached 516 parks
Wow.
Congratulations.
with 600 and then a total of 637 QSOs
As a hunter.
as a hunter. Yeah, I
As a
did two, recently I did two activations. Just started. I did Sherwood Island and Mianus River State Park in Stanford.
All right. So when you did the hunting, where do you keep a log for that?
I tell you the truth, because you don't have to, which is kind of why I got involved. If you want to, you can, and I've started because as an activator, you have to. But you don't have to do, as a hunter, you don't have to do nothing. Just make the contact.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were just looking at something that tells you how many you hunted.
Well, yeah, you do. To get all those stats, you do have to go to the website and sign up.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
do have to sign up.
Okay.
And if you have, let's say for giggles, you've contacted state parks or somebody in POTA over the last year or so, and you just sign up today, if he logs your sign, you'll get the credit right away.
Oh, it shows up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it shows up. Yeah. Because
Okay.
he's
So just out of curiosity on
Yeah.
QRZ, is there a section to put in the park number?
No,
No,
no, not in QRZ.
no.
Okay.
No, no.
I usually
Yeah,
put it
as an
in the
activator,
notes.
Yeah, as an activator, your log has to meet certain, it's not a big deal, but certain specifications for them to accept it.
All right. So you're saying to me, if I just do a lot of hunting over the next 12 months or whatever,
Yeah.
and then I sign up on the website and they logged me, boom, all that stuff just shows
Yeah,
up.
it's gonna be yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and otherwise you go to the website, see who's on the air right now, and like G was trying to do, try to tune them in and get them.
Okay.
And I mean, that's easier instead of twirling there, waiting for trying to hear, somebody calling POTA. It's much easier if you're on the website.
Yeah.
'Cause you
Yes,
can
I
always-
I would make a comment as a hunter. If you're trying to work all states, for example, you may want to do your own logging to keep track of things. Because there is sometimes a couple of days time lag before your contact shows up by the activator. So you may want to just keep your own record so that you know what states you're still looking for.
All right. Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
to
you.
be honest, I always log every contact, also because I like to watch them after a while to see who I contact and keep track of that.
All right. That's pretty.
I
good.
have recently started because I had to as an activator. Now when I hunt, I usually started to log it. Well, I should say I'm logging FT8 because it does it anyway. So FT8 I've been logging.
And also, Gaetano, I saw on the bands,
Mhm.
not every band was listed there.
No, but it's just because that list is populated with who is online in this moment. So
Oh,
maybe
okay.
if now there is nobody on, I don't know, 40 meters, you won't see 40 meters, but just
Okay.
because in this moment there is nobody online.
Okay. But that's available on every band.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And also
hear-
since it's
I-
not,
I hear a lot of them on 17.
yeah, in these days, yes. And since it's not contesting, all the bands are always available. I know that there are some bands where you cannot do contest, but since POTA is not a contest, all the bands are available.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Good presentation.
Thank you.
and just so everybody knows, when Gaetano and Terry and Jonathan, myself went out to Sherwood Island and activated that with what, 6 watts?
Yeah, 6 watts, yeah.
With 6 watts, we talked to Spain.
Wow.
Well, it was FT8, but with 6 watts. I think
Oh, you
his
didn't say
radio
that.
is-
Oh, now it's
power.
FT8. You could do 1 watt. My radio only goes down to 5 watts.
But, you know,
Just one other comment, as a hunter, if you're looking for certain states, I think you want to try to be flexible with what modes you use. You may have a favorite mode, like sideband or CW or FT8, and you'll get a lot that way, but for the states you're missing, if you're more flexible as to what mode you use, you have a better chance of getting those states. So I'd
Yes,
say be
I
a little
totally
flexible
agree.
with modes.
This is why also I set up my radio to use FT8 because with just a 6 watt to get some states is really hard. But yeah, moving to FT8. I'm also trying to learn CW also for this reason, but yeah, it's more difficult than FT8 for sure.
I have seen Hawaii on FT8, but I've never been able to talk to him.
As a POTA?
also,
as
also, if
POTA?
you contact a park on, say, 20 meters, and then you contact that same park on 40 meters, it counts. Each time counts. If it's a different band, it counts as a new contact.
Different bands and different modes count.
Yeah.
But only once a day. So
Oh,
you
only
wouldn't do
once a
20
day? What do you-
meters. You can't do like 20 meters in the morning and 20 meters in the afternoon at the same park with the same guy. That's only one.
But you could do it the next day?
The next, yep. Or if he changes mode, yep. Or yeah, or band.
Yeah.
And see
And that's
what band,
that's for the logging purposes.
Right, that counts as
Correct,
another,
yeah.
an additional contact.
Okay.
and with
Yes.
you, Dan, who go to these B&Bs from, you know, with your wife. and
Yeah.
If there's a park on your way, or, excuse me, if there's a park near where you are, you can activate it. And, you know, if you want to be an activator, you know,
Well,
because
I know that Gaetano didn't talk about that because that's another conversation. But just for 2 seconds, if I want to become an activator, I have to sign up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in that case, yes, it's
go
mandatory.
to the
for
have to have-
everyone.
it's rather easy.
Okay, so I sign up, I'm an activator, I go to a park, it's got a number, and I have to have my laptop with me.
No, you can do
no,
pen and
no.
paper.
Oh,
Yeah.
pen and paper. Okay, so I do pen and paper, set up an antenna, my radio, and my battery,
Mhm.
and I'm on the air as an activator.
Correct.
Yeah. When you go back at home, you will have to transfer your pen and paper log into an ADF log and then submit to the website.
That's so funny because I was up in Gloucester last past summer. And Karen and I were driving around and, I've got I've got the HF in the car. And there was somebody activating a park 2 miles from where I was. So I contacted the guy and I ended up driving up to the park. They were sitting in the parking lot. One guy was on the air. The other guy was on the laptop logging.
Yeah. And you don't have to physically get out of the car and sit in the park. As long as your station
Yeah.
is located in that park. It could be pouring rain or snowing. If you're in your vehicle, you're in your car, truck, whatever, with your antenna.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. 'Cause
And it only takes 10 contacts
Yeah.
to successfully activate a park.
So it's not that difficult. Once
Yeah.
you
10
get used,
contacts
it's easy.
makes the
Wait,
activation
what do you-
efficient.
I don't understand that. Aren't I activating the park by just being there and making one contact
No,
No,
you
no,
gotta
at
make
least
10.
10.
10.
every time?
Yeah, each park, you
Yeah.
get at least 10, yeah.
And then what happens?
Well, then
You
you
go to the
officially have
training.
activated that park.
So I got to make 10 contacts first. So when I call CQ for the park, if I'm in the park as an activator.
Yeah.
Do I still sign the same way? Parks on the air, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah, park?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to make 10 contacts with 10,
And
10
then,
QSOs. That
okay,
makes
so
it
that-
efficient.
So
Yeah.
when you say that activates the park, does that mean it shows up on,
On that website that you went to Sherwood Island and successfully.
You get credit for
Sherwood.
activating.
oh,
Exactly.
okay. So you need 10 contacts to get credit to show that I activated. Got
If you do two, it's not official. It won't count.
Okay, gotcha. Very
And there's
interesting.
another thing that if you're doing POTA that they like is if you, Dan, talk from, say, Byannis to Catano in Sherwood Island, that's called park to park or
Yeah,
P2P.
it's something else they track. They do
Yeah.
track
Yeah.
park to park, so.
Okay. Okay.
So
You know,
Also
you can
there is
take
a lot.
You know, this
Also
award
sometimes-
and 15 cents will get you on the subway, as they used to say.
Yeah, I'm not a contester and I'm not in it for the awards. I just like.
It's for fun. It's for fun.
For fun.
And
Yeah,
ham radio
yeah.
to me is a hobby. It's
Yeah, you
enjoyable.
know,
Exactly, yeah.
you're clicking off the states and the countries. It's only for you.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else totally cares, but we like to know if you got 100, you know, okay,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
good.
exactly, just for
You
you.
work those states, that's good, but
Also,
you know,
also-
it gives you a goal. It gives you a goal in this hobby.
You know, I
Right.
don't,
You know,
I
like
don't
work,
need a goal.
work all states on one band or work
Also-
100 countries on one band.
Right.
And lots of
Also-
people
also-
do that.
At
You
some
know, you
time,
can
there could
see
be more than
different
one
parks.
activator at the same park. You could have two activators at the same park, and each one will exchange their own information, and each one gets his own credit for being an activator.
Yeah,
Right.
there are several ways to activate a park. For myself, I tried or to be alone, so the easy way, or with another guy. So two activators, and as he said, both of us exchange the microphone, and we have two activators, so both counts. Or as a group, like we did the last time. So in that case, we logged just with the group call sign.
Well,
Those
hold
I think
on.
are all.
So when you were a group, so did each of you send your own call sign and have your own activator?
No, if it's as a group, you send off just the group call sign.
And what call sign did you use?
I can remember is the W.
The club call sign.
Oh,
Whiskey
the
One
use the
Echo Echo.
clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
call
if,
sign, yes.
because I've heard guys, in fact, those guys that I saw up in Gloucester at the park, one made the call and then he said,
Okay.
hold on. And the other guy made the
Okay.
call.
This is like multiple operators, so you have to
Sure.
make contact with both of them, and so everybody gets credit. This is another way of activating the park, which I
Okay,
think is more common than using a group call sign.
Okay.
If you want to try being an activator for the first time, that's sort of a good way of doing it. You go with an experienced activator, and then both of you can do the activation and get the credit, and you could sort of do it by learning with an expert sitting right next to you.
right. But you used W1EE when you were there together, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
correct.
So is that registered with that website?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I
I'm getting-
registered the club as Stanford
activator?
Amateur Radio. I have my own login in profile under November 1 Charlie Mike in the club W1EE. Also, I went in and logged us in with a separate profile.
Yeah, in the time that Gaetano was mute, I was able to set up my account, so it's very easy.
It's easy.
I logged in with my Google account and password, and I have
Okay,
an account now.
all right.
And
All right, so
Um,
Johnny, you haven't been using this. Johnny,
But
you haven't been on, you haven't been doing Parks on the Air.
no, not at all. I just got a
First time.
login working.
Okay,
now,
I know
Doesn't
Rob.
show that I've worked anything, though I have contacted stations, you know, I've hunted stations, but let's
Do
see.
you keep a log of them? Oh, now you can see what shows
Yeah,
up.
see, you look at your.
Yeah, it says, yeah, I got a hunter log here. It shows I worked about 25 stations or so.
Oh, cool.